Hey everyone, and welcome to day 26 of my horror movie review marathon, and I've got your When a Stranger Calls 1979 movie review. A babysitter is left to defend herself from someone calling and terrorizing her. Has she checked the children yet? So as far as the story goes, this film was released in 1979, where it stirs up the horrors of being a babysitter and having all this trust put on you to take care of children sleeping upstairs while you have some creepy guy constantly calling. I knew pretty much the premise of the film, already having seen the remake several times, and I really enjoyed that movie, so seeing this, still gives you all the chills you need to fear what the situations are. But the first 20 minutes of the film was set in one house with the babysitter, and all that stuff went down before it fast forwards to 7 years later, where a different person is being affected by a stalker. I just felt like that whole transition just went by really quick, so you don't exactly get to savor what, was happening in the beginning of the film, and then it quickly jumps to this whole other thing with the cops doing an investigation and trying to find who this one guy is, and it makes the story hard to follow, even if there are times when the plot was told in a creepy way and you're hearing exactly what happened that first night, and it was more like To Catch a Killer than Halloween. As far as the casting goes, you've got Carol Kane, who I have seen in several movies, and she's known for being in a variety of different film genres, and she plays the babysitter in this movie, and it is a fairly decent performance. If only they focused on her a little bit more. I would have loved the focus to be more about this one person instead of going all over the place, but I guess that's what happens when you're watching the remake before the original, so you're seeing two different types of storylines. And you've got Tony Beckley, who is the killer of the movie, who got sent to an insane asylum, who does come off as creepy and stalkerish, which does work in a way, so I guess I'm not too disappointed about that. And everyone else, it just didn't really matter to me who else was in this movie. Now, the things that I liked about this movie is that I think it's funny, and I don't know if anybody noticed this, if you've seen this movie before, you could hear the THX music playing, if you know what that is, what that sounds like whenever the killer is around or about to show up. And it's just really random and weird, so I don't know what that was about, but I guess sounds come from all sorts of places. It's like that Willem scream. But there is better music throughout the movie that really sets the tone of the film, where there is tension and there is suspense here and there, so you do get a sense of being freaked out at times while watching this movie. However, the things that I didn't really like about this movie was that it is a slow-moving build-up to certain scenes, and it often becomes boring to watch. And it really, at the end of the day, it's not that scary. Now, it could be considered dated, which is why it might not be as scary, or maybe the concept isn't as scary as what they were trying to pull off. And there were some parts about the third act that I liked, but it ended up looking over the top, and it didn't really get you anywhere. So overall, I would say that When a Stranger Calls was a huge disappointment, and personally I would prefer the remake much better when it's more cohesive with the storyline and stuck in one singular location, what I looked for in that movie. I don't know if I would exactly recommend seeing this movie, but if you want to see it just to see where this all began, be my guest. So I would give this 2 hearts on the heart rate scale. So let me know in the comments what you guys thought of When a Stranger Calls 1979, and come back tomorrow for day 27 of my horror movie review marathon. And as always, you guys can subscribe to my channel. I've got more movie reviews, movie updates. Come back every week for a Trial Thursday video. You guys can also like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter, and I will see you guys later.